G'day everyone and welcome to Australian Model Railway News for September 2025. We're going to go through all the news announcements and updates that have happened in the model railway industry. Don't forget to stay through to the end so you can find out about all the currently announced exhibitions, open days and conventions happening from now and into the future. Elevate your model railway or architectural projects with Trackside Models, where quality meets precision. The Australian-made laser-cut structures are precisely crafted, ensuring every detail is captured flawlessly. At Trackside Models, their mission is to bring you top-notch buildings in scale format at prices that won't break the bank, and they're proud to offer Australian-made and designed models. It's their way of celebrating the beauty of Australian architecture and supporting local talent. Experience the difference with Trackside Models, where quality, affordability, and Australian craftsmanship converge. Explore their collection today and bring your miniature world to life like never before. And don't forget, you can get 10% off all orders using the code WillJamesRailways at checkout. Buckambool Models is the home of N-Scale and DCC in Australia, retailing a large amount of budget and premium DCC decoders as well as accessories for N and HO scales, stocking a wide range of different brands of decoders, like ESU and Zimo. As well as that, they now stock the DCC EX CSB1 command station, a simple yet powerful 5-amp DCC system that allows control of trains from a mobile phone or tablet for just $235, produced by an Australian company, as well as the DCC EX motor shields. Buckambool also offer installation services covering most scales, with many different installation options available, so please contact them directly for more information. Buckambool also carry a large range of pre-fitted Gopher Models DCC sound locos. As well as that, they are also the exclusive retailer of the sound-fitted N-Scale 38s, as well as the upcoming Gopher Models sound-fitted XPTs. And don't forget to follow them on social media, being Facebook and Instagram, as well as checking out their website. Also made possible by the Scale Modeler Supply. Take a look at their vast array of high-quality paints and accessories meticulously crafted to bring your model projects to life. And enjoy 10% off all orders with code WillJamesRailway at checkout. And lastly, the news is also made possible by the Patreons on Patreon. And if you'd like to gain early access to videos on this channel while supporting their production, head over to patreon.com/WillJamesRailways now. And of course, if you are new here or you're returning, don't forget to be subscribed so you can keep up to date with all the videos that I have coming out regularly. Kicking off this month's news is Victorian Railways 3D Models, who have new country station buildings. Victorian Railways 3D Models have just released an impressive range of new layout-ready Victorian Railways country station buildings available now to order. These stations have been faithfully recreated in HO scale and come fully painted, detailed and assembled, and ready to drop onto your layout. The new release will feature 2 variations in brick and 3 variations in timber, representing some of the classic small country town station designs built by the Victorian Railways, from the late 1800s through the early 1900s. These buildings were a familiar sight across the state, and these models capture their distinctive character. The late 1800s brick and timber stations. These smaller stations follow designs built at locations such as Donald, with similar examples found at Birchip and Quambatook. These models showcase finely detailed brickwork or weatherboard siding. Weathered corrugated iron roofs are complete with nail heads, wall vents, glazed windows and delicate iron lacework often seen on verandas. Also included in this range are the classic VR timber station, painted in cream with a tin roof. These stations were a mainstay across the network in the early 1900s, with examples found at Stratford, Naddymuck, Maffra, Elaine, Nyora, Sea Lake, Mansfield, Alexandria, and many more. These models feature highly detailed weatherboards, roofing, and veranda ironwork. That's perfect centerpiece for a country branch line scene. And for the brick buildings, they're priced at $390 and the timber stations at $350. Berg's Hobbies under the Mini Models brand has unveiled the final production samples of their long-awaited stainless steel suburban double-deck S-car sets in HO, and they're looking superb. The models represent the iconic Gonigan-built S-sets that formed the backbone of Sydney's suburban operations for decades. The production samples shown are being finished in a striking city deck yellow door livery, with 3 4-car set numbers being offered, 599, 600 and 601. These highly detailed, ready-to-run models are designed to capture the look and feel of real trains, with accurate stainless steel finishes, crisp lettering and fine detail parts. Each set will be supplied fully assembled and ready to run straight out of the box. They say that shipping from the factory is imminent, with an expected delivery in mid to late October 2025. A revised order form with full details and pricing has been released, and pre-orders are strongly recommended given their anticipated demand. For further details to secure a set, you can contact Bergs directly or via email. Auscision Models have provided several updates across their HO and N scale range. Pre-orders closing soon on the HO scale 45, 421 and BGKF grain hoppers will close on the 31st of October, with delivery expected before the year's end. Painted samples of the BGKF and SSR livery have been released, with models due to ship in the coming months. Tooling samples of the 49 class locomotive were demonstrated at the Goulburn exhibition. This marks the first time the class will be available with factory-fitted DCC sound and power capacitors, with only 50 of each version being produced. And painted samples are now due in early 2026, with a release scheduled for mid-2026. NR34 and Pacific National RAP livery. A shipment is due shortly, with these models available in both DC and DCC sound. This run uses UV colour printing for crisp, durable graphics, and they are limited to only 50 units. The NHBF ballast hoppers have said that tooling samples were also on show at Goulburn, drawing strong interest. Features include die-cast chassis, checker plate, fine piping, and version-specific ballast loads. Painted samples are expected in the coming months, with a release in 2026. In N-scale, the MGFH flower hoppers, saying that the painted samples have now been received and production will be commencing soon, with delivery anticipated in 2026. And lastly, the N-scale NQIW container wagons and containers, saying that samples of the upcoming N-scale container wagons, along with 20-foot high cube, 20-foot side door, 40-foot high cube, 46-foot and 6-inch reefers, and 48-foot high cube containers were received back in April. The factory is currently preparing painted samples expected by Christmas, with models due in 2026. For pricing, order forms and updates, you can check out auscisionmodels.com.au. Lyndon's trains have released a new HO scale kit representing one of the many overhead maintenance wagons, used by the Victorian Railways in the formative years of Melbourne's electrification. These wagons were a common sight in the 1920s right through to the late 50s and early 60s, serving as vital support vehicles for crews maintaining the overhead catenary. This particular kit captures a style of maintenance wagon built on the underframes of a recycled Tommy Benn I-wagon, with modified and cut down H-wagon bogies. A roof platform was added to provide safe access to the overhead wires. Interestingly, photographic evidence suggests that this version of the wagon did not carry ladders and instead was operated in a consist alongside other maintenance wagons that provided platform access. The kit has been designed with simplicity in mind, while still retaining its key features. It's a one-piece body and chassis for easy assembly, includes buffers, and a decal sheet supplied for accurate VR markings. At just $35, it's an affordable way to add historically significant and an unusual VR prototype to your HO scale collection. The wagon can be built as a standalone item or a part of a string of maintenance vehicles. Vision N-Scale has released a brand new pad-printed, ready-to-run toll 40-foot taut liner curtain side container in N-scale. It's the first of its kind produced for the Australian market. This release utilises custom tooling developed by Vision N-scale and has been manufactured overseas to a high standard, with crisp pad-printed toll artwork designed in-house. Each model also features an internal magnet, allowing for secure placement on flats or intermodal yards. The project has been more than a year in development, with input from the freight industry to helping secure accuracy, and they're limited to just 300 pieces, although only half the run has arrived in Australia so far due to a shipping delay, with the balance expected in the coming months. These containers are designed to look the part on any Austin Rail container flat, with only minor modifications being needed. And at just $24 each, they offer an affordable way to bring authentic modern freight detail to your N-scale layout. Platform Printing has continued expanding their range of scenic detail items, with the latest addition being a set of Australian ATMs from the Big Four banks. These are finely made detail pieces and are designed to add an extra touch of realism and storytelling to modern era layouts and dioramas. Each ATM comes pre-painted with decals already applied, meaning that they're ready to install straight out of the pack, with no extra work required. Simply drop them into place on a station platform, street corner, or shopping strip scene to give your layout an instantly recognisable Australian feel. Currently available in HO scale, Platform Printing has confirmed that additional colour variations are planned for release in the near future, giving modelers even more options to customise their scenes. It's been a big month for Paul's 3D, with operations expanding to full time, and a move that will allow for a wider range of models, faster development and more refined detail across the upcoming releases. The first major launch under their expanded operation is a new series of New South Wales 3D colour printed kits, beginning with the GSV 4-wheel sheet wagon, which features extremely fine bars and comes with sheep load. BSV bogie sheet wagon with detailed bars and a load supplied with multiple parts to enhance realism. A CW 4-wheel cattle wagon printed in 3 parts with straightforward assembly. A BCW bogie cattle wagon, also 3-part construction for easy building. A WS 4-wheel bulk wheat wagon, a 2-part kit which is simple to assemble. And an MGH guards van, currently in development and coming soon. To complement these wagons, 2 New South Wales Government Railways pre-cast concrete station kits, PC1 and PC2, have also been announced. Paul will be exhibiting at the Great Train Show at Rosehill on October 25th and 26th for the very first time, showcasing these new releases with additional models currently in progress. Also new this month is a 1925 school building kit, based on a real structure that served its community for half a century. Designed in 3 parts, the kit offers both historical charm and easy assembly. The rail motor range has also been expanded. The Super Derm has been upgraded with colour printing, and the Derm trailer MT29 is now available, featuring extra windows and a smaller guards compartment. The DRC rail motor is available as a colour kit with updated roof detail. The Brill 75 motor and trailer are now available in colour as well. Several popular kits are being reissued in Victorian Railways red filament, including the ESX bogie wagon, HD wagon on an IA underframe, NMM cattle wagon, NUU boxcar, and NQR open wagon in ON30. In HON30, a number of Victorian narrow gauge models are now available. The NBA freight wagon, early NN ballast wagons type 2-46, WT 4-wheel wagon, and ZMF ballast wagons, available in VR red and Met green and gold. From beautiful little buildings. They've said that Queensland Rail's Class 2000 rail motor and HO in 3.5 started life as a personal project for them, but after many people asked about it, they've now made their 3D printed version available on their website. This isn't a ready-to-run model, it's designed for modelers who enjoy a project. People who don't mind adapting mechanisms to bring something unique to life, or are happy with a static representation on their layout. The kit you'll receive is a main shell, 2 chassis, static bogies that simply plug in if you'd like to display it as a static model, and a set of laser cut windows. The body has rebates built so you can easily locate the clear windows for a neat professional finish, and decals aren't included. For those who want a working version, they've reverse engineered one of their chassis to take the Hornby TT120 Class 43 HST mech. The chassis is set up to accept the power unit, while the second is designed for unpowered Hornby bogies, or the supplied 3D printed dummies. The Class 43 mech is a smooth running 5-pole skew wound motor with twin brass flywheels, making for an excellent donut once adapted. You'll need some basic modelling skills to extend the drive shafts, fit the mechanism, and do a little engineering that suits your needs. A DCC decoder can also be fitted, as they've tested theirs with the Next 18. So in summary, this project is for experienced modelers. Straight out of the box, it can be built as a static piece, or with a little work and the right donor parts, you can create a fully powered HO and 3.5 scale model of Queensland Rail's Class 2000 rail motor, ready to run on your layout. Busnut Brad's models stock kits and ready to place models on eBay. Kits contain 1 body shell, 1 interior and chassis, and 4 wheels, 2 to steer and 2 at the rear, and each kit has instructions and brief explanation of the vehicle being produced. New to the ready to place list is the MAN SL 2000 Mark I with Ansar body in all over advertising and standard liveries, but these can frequently change. 2 Volvo B59s with Ansar body. At the time, this lists 858 and 874 in the old M&MTB Tangerine livery with advertising, and the PMC Elwood 10 metre length. Brad has 4 Ventura Elwoods complete, with 2 being without advertising, numbers 118 and 127, and 2 with advertising, 119 and 128. In recent releases, we've also seen the Scania L113CRB high-floored Volgren 1992 and 1993, both available in HO and 00 scale kits. The 1992 version has the traditional slider style windows represented. The 1993 has the hopper style windows. Scania L94B custom coaches CB60 2000. This version is based on the CB60 delivered to Ventura bus lines. The Scania 94 UB custom coach, CB60 C-Max 2004 and 2005. This version is based on the CB60 C-Max delivered to Ventura bus lines in 2004 and 2005, numbered 835 and 851. The 2004 has no openable windows in the rear selection of the bus, numbered 873 and 882, and the 2005 has openable windows in the rear section of the bus, numbered from 883 to 901. On-Track Models have said that the Costco Rotterdam docked late last week at Port Botany, and the containers with their new run of New South Wales supplementary into urban cars has now been transferred to their customs agent. They're currently waiting for the shipment to clear customs, which was set to happen before the end of the month, with delivery to their warehouse anticipated in the week following. Pre-sales have already passed 65% of the run, so there is still time to secure yours, with pre-orders still available on their website. And in my own news, I'm off overseas at the time that this video comes out, so there'll be lots of videos on the way. So if you're keen to see them come out early, you can head over to my Patreon. And only the $3 and $5 tiers do get early access to videos. And of course that subscription does make all these videos possible. And with that, my website will be down until I return in late October. Now, onto all the currently announced exhibitions, open days and conventions. Model Newcastle, Big Stories and Little Things, running until the 15th of February in Newcastle, New South Wales. The Newcastle 1899 layout, which was donated to the museum collection in 2023, will be on display. On top of that, there will be a diverse range of maritime, engineering and architectural models, as well as some used in filmmaking and theatre. On Sunday, the 5th of October in Basildon, Western Australia, Rail Heritage WA presents Railfest, which will of course include model trains. In Caloundra, Queensland on the 4th of October, the Caloundra and District Model Railway Club will be holding a buy and sell day. In Shepparton, Victoria on the 4th and 5th of October, the Goulburn Valley Model Railway Club will be holding a model railway exhibition. On Saturday the 18th of October in Corio, Victoria, the Corio Model Railway Club will be holding an open day at their club rooms. On the 18th of October in the ACT, there'll be a trains bring and buy sale happening at the Mount Rangers Primary School in Melbourne. On October 4th and 5th, the Shepparton Model Railway Exhibition will be happening in Shepparton, Victoria. In Victoria, on the 18th and 19th of October, the Sunbury Model Railway Club will be holding their annual exhibition at the St Anne's Church Hall in Sunbury. From the 24th to the 27th of October, the British Railway Modelers Association of Australia will be holding their annual convention in Launceston, Tasmania. A not to be missed event is the Great Train Show, now happening on October 25th and 26th at the Rosehill Racecourse in Sydney. On the 2nd of November, the Logan and District Model Railway Club will be holding a show and sale day. On the 9th of November, the Railway Modelers of Queensland will be holding an open day and buy-sell day. In Melbourne, on the 9th of November, the Victorian Model Railway Society will be holding the Prototype Modelers Forum, with registration available now. An event that I'm personally quite keen for is the Malang Model Railway Exhibition on the 22nd and 23rd of November, and this is held at the Malang Railway Museum, so it's a real 2-for-1 deal. The Mornington and Mount Martha Model Railway Club will be celebrating their 50th anniversary. They'll be holding an exhibition and open day at the Mount Martha House in Victoria. On the 6th and 7th of December in Salisbury, South Australia, there'll be the St John's Model Railway and Hobby Show. The exhibition scene kicks off on January 10th and 11th in 2026 with the Warrnambool Model Railway Show, held at the St Joseph's Primary School, and it's always a great day out. The Phillip Island Model Railway Show will be happening on the 17th and 18th of January on Phillip Island, Victoria. In Stawell, Victoria, on the 21st and 22nd of February, the Grampians Model Railroaders will be holding a small exhibition at their club rooms in the Stawell Goods Shed. On the 24th and 25th of January, the 51st Annual Model Railway Exhibition will be happening again in Nor Lane, Geelong, Victoria. On the 14th and 15th of March in Sandown, Victoria, the Train and Hobby Show will be on again at Sandown Racecourse. Canberra Model Railway Exhibition will be on again on Sunday, on the 21st and 22nd of March. A not to be missed event will be the 16th Australian Narrow Gauge Convention, happening in Melbourne over the Easter long weekend. On the 4th and 5th of April in Bendigo, Victoria, the 39th Annual Easter Model Railway Exhibition will be on again. The Sydney Railroad Prototype Modelers Meet will be happening on April 18th. This is a full day of demonstration of prototype model railways, displays, learning, hands-on demonstrations, and much more. And I would highly suggest checking out their website for more information. And do keep in mind this is only open to a handful of spots, so do also have a look at the registration form. The 2026 N-Scale Convention will be held in Adelaide, South Australia on the 21st and 23rd of August. As always, if your club or organisation is having an event, please email me with details and a PDF of the flyer so we can reach as many people as possible and help make your next event a great success. So there we go, that's all for Australian Model Railway News for September 2025. Hope you've all enjoyed this presentation, and I look forward to seeing you all really soon, and I guess quite a lot of you at the Rosehill exhibition happening in Sydney in late October. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Hooroo!
Yeah.